Hi, I'm Justin Peel, ex-admin and moderator of Lolicon Hell, and current of Lolicon Hell 2.0. I understand we've been through a lot to get to where we are and do this group, and never expected Lolicon Hell to actually eat shit. But what's done is already done. You guys have heard Henrik's side of the story, as in what he was doing, but I realized that no one's ever heard of what I was doing behind the lines. What earned me the position as traitor for a brief period of time. Let me start by saying how everything started. I joined Lolicon Hell, the one before this group, about a month ago. I was a member there for about 2 weeks before actually getting moderator position. I did several tests to help the group advance and grow. And also how to figure out how to get around that fucking Zuckbot bastards. I asked Chris for a moderator position after giving reasons why I think I deserved it, and yes, he gave it to me. After that is when things started getting interesting. I was just doing regular what Henrik would do, or Henry or Henrique, however you want to say it. Removing content, banning people for posting things that they shouldn't be posting, PMing people for warnings, and all that fun stuff. Shortly after I was given moderator position, about maybe a few days, I was invited to the Lollyhell admin group chat. There we usually just talked about questionable content, and the rest of the time was mostly just shit posting. LOL. But Juzo then started talking about how he wanted to be the owner of the group. I didn't necessarily agree to him overthrowing Chris. I just said that I trusted him and was willing to really go along with it. I was mostly along for the ride. I was scared of getting banned, so I didn't really oppose Juzo, and in return, he gave me admin position as well as Henrik, as and banning the inactive admins. I'll make this part clear. Yes, it was only Juzo who started the entire thing. No one forced him to do it. He just did it on his own. A few days after the uprising and kicking Chris from the group, Juzo decided to get Chris back, and as soon as Chris came back, he started just accepting everyone in the group, making the group no longer a secret group anymore, and re-adminning all of his friends. At that point, we realized that he hasn't changed at all, and he was banned from the group again, along with his friends, again. Juzo didn't really do that. Well, Juzo didn't ban them. I'll admit that. Who did it isn't really important, because I would have done it anyways. Shortly after that, Juzo started talking, but just weird. Like, questionable actions, like asking us to kick him from the group and then invite him back so that he could act like he was on their side. So it was already starting to seem like very shady. Like he was trying to make us out to be the bad guy. Logan did a similar thing. I'll throw up an image of who all of the admins were, and I'll circle who those two were, or what they looked like, and also their alt account that I knew about. At the peak of our evolution, or revolution, however you want to call it, it's revolution, my bad, pardon my English, Juzo had a change of heart, and became weak suddenly. So the person that we were following, I guess you could say our leader, the person that I swore loyalty to, abandoned us, and he decided to make person named Cristofio admin. Doesn't sound like a big deal, except for the fact that Juzo lied to Cristofio about what was really going on. From the information that I gathered, Juzo told Christofio that it was all Henrik and Jesus' idea to overthrow Chris and all of his friends in the group, as well as Juzo himself. I started to gather this because Christofio started private messaging me, saying I made the correct choice by bringing Juzo back into admin position. That's the point where I knew something was already up. The only reason I even made Juzo an admin again was because Juzo told me to. So, yeah. When Christofio was brought into power, which I will say now, Christofio and Christopher Korcher are two different people. I will say that now. The only reason Juzo and Christofio really knew each other was because they met like maybe a week ago before Christofio was made an admin. They apparently talked and had a lot of similar points of view about life. Well, after Christofio was brought into admin position, he banned Jesus and Henrik. I got scared because I thought he was actually going to ban me as well, and I thought we were going to lose the group, so I banned Christofio. Then, after that, Juzo decided to ban me from the group. Chris sent me a private message saying that Juzo told him that I banned him from the group, which was correct, so that wasn't a lie. Surprise, surprise, right? Looks like Juzo does know how to tell truths every now and then. Probably only when it benefits him. After that, I talked with Christofio about multiple things to get my moderator position back, which I was hoping in the future would happen, and be able to get Henrik and Jesus back into power as well. That wasn't going to happen, apparently. I learned that much later on. So after me and Christofio were talking for several hours via private messaging and Facebook, I mentioned something about a Lolly Hell admin chat, and Christofio said that he never even knew that that existed. That Juzo told him that it was inactive for a week. So then me and Christofio realized that Juzo was lying to both of us and everyone, not just us. He kind of fucked himself on that one. Now here's where I earned traitor position. Christofio told me to kick Henrik and Jesus out of the Lolly Hell admin chat and invite him to it. I didn't tell Henrik or Jesus about this because I wanted to gain Christofio's trust, and if he asked me to send screenshots of my chat with Henrik or Jesus, I wanted it to be as believable as possible. Which means, yes, betraying my allies, friends, Henrik and Jesus. Of course, I feel like shit, but I had a greater goal that no one knew about except for myself. After inviting Christofio to the admin chat, we talked in there and revealed Juzo's entire plan as well as Logan. Christofio had direct chat with Logan and Christopher Korcher as well as Juzo himself. Given what Christofio saw in the Lolly Hell admin chat, he realized he couldn't trust anyone and removed everyone from admin position except for himself. Juzo was left as a moderator. I will point that out. Juzo's alternate account was left as moderator. So, was Harrison something? I'll throw it up now. The image of that account. There, you see it? Great. Now, Christofio told me not to talk to Jesus and Henrik that entire time. So, to gain trust and show that I was on his side, put that in quotes, I did as I was told. Traitor. 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 Henrik was obviously pissed at me, so that part was a given. Jesus, I'm pretty sure he was pissed, but he didn't really have any direct communication with me, which is probably a good thing. He probably wouldn't have had anything nice to say to me. Henrik sure didn't. They didn't exactly cuss me out or anything. It was mostly just about, wow, I can't believe you. saying that, just basic things of being a traitor, which is understandable. I'm not going to defend myself on that. Yes, that was a pretty shitty thing to do, but we could say I did it for the greater good. Also, Christophio posted in the Lolicon Hell discussion board and pinned the post saying that, Henrik and Jesus' reign is over and the peace has been brought once again, justice has been served, yada yada, that they were traitors and they've been banning people left and right and a whole bunch of other lies. In order to gain Christophio's trust, I believed him, or made it sound like I believed him, his entire thing. I even made a post about it too. Those posts and my comments went back to Henrik, and that did not make me look good at all. This entire time, I was keeping them in the dark about my plan. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and explain to the plan what the plan was. Gain trust from Chris. Gain moderator position. Convince Chris that Jesus and Henrik were not traitors and it was all Juzo's fault. Which, I successfully did that, but Christophio and Juzo were good friends, apparently, so it was extremely difficult to do that. Hell, he even kept him as a moderator, so that just shows even though he lied to him, he still kept him as a moderator. Bullshit. Also, behind the lines, I was talking to Juzo directly after he banned Henrik and Jesus from the group. I was saying things to get on his good side, making me look more like a traitor in the end. Juzo didn't really have much to say besides bad-mouthing Henrik and saying, just bad-mouthing Henrik. I decided to bite my tongue and just listen to it, and not necessarily agree, but I was saying neutral things like, yes, okay, understandable. After me and Christophio's conversation was done, which was at 4 a.m., I was already irritated that I was having to talk that long because I had school at 9:30 that day. Same day. So, I was pissed. But talking to Chris and gaining his trust was part of the goal. Now, I did achieve one part of that goal, actually a couple, and I was unbanned from the group, and Christophio allowed me to come back into the group. He said he talked to Christopher Korcher, and they were talking about making me a moderator again. I just had to send Christopher Korcher an apology. I did write the apology, and I did send it, and it killed me the entire time. But shaming myself was part of the plan as well. I did not receive one word back from Christopher Korcher after I sent that to him. I'm just going to point that out. So that was the first step in pissing me off. Step 2, Christophio, I thought he blocked me from Facebook, but apparently he was reported for having a fake name. So when I tried to message him, it wouldn't let me. So that made me think, what the fuck is going on? I went to the group, Lolicon Hell, and I realized that it said there was pretty much no admins except for one moderator, and that was Juzo's alternate account. I private messaged Juzo and said, what the fuck is going on? Why is there only one moderator? And the group is starting to get a little antsy. They're lost. Really lost. As well as I was. Juzo said, oh, Christophio's still there. He's just, zucked by Facebook, and he also blocked you. And I'm thinking, wait, what? Christophio blocked me? Juzo said, yes, he did. I'm thinking, oh, well, you're fucking kidding me, right? Well then, okay. My plan just went out the window. Okay, plan B. Start an uprising in the Lolicon Hell group. In the Lolicon Hell group, I decided to say the full story of what was going on and motivated people to start posting uncensored anime content. I did not. This was a discrete variable. People started posting 3D content and other disgusting stuff that I don't really want to say. You already catch my drift. Things that the FBI and CIA are trying to take down. I explained myself to Henrik after this was all said and done. He accepted my apology, as well as Jesus later on. Now back to the downfall of Lolicon Hell. I got a message from Cristofio, his alternate account, which was still in Lolicon Hell group, but wasn't a moderator or admin or anything. Now, in one of my posts, I said that if they contacted me, I would file harassment and, just harassment charges. After that, he said I was a fucking idiot and that he was going to kick my ass in a private message. And says, I don't even have a lawyer. Last I checked, I don't really need a lawyer to file a report. But that's besides the point. I responded back, nice. Harassment and threatening. Bonus. I also told him he could think of this as revenge for fucking me over and my friends. So he takes us out of power, and I take down their group. Sounds like a fair trade. After that, I blocked him because I didn't want to hear his voice again. I did screenshot that, by the way. I'll throw it up, throw the image up there so that you can see it right now, if I have it still. If I don't have it, then it's just, there's no good to me nothing there, in which case I'm sorry. While all this was going on, I was getting private messages out the wazoo, or like crazy, asking a lot of questions. People were confused and had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I can't say I was in the same boat as them, but I was also kind of thinking the same thing at the time. Didn't know what else to say besides, I lit Lolicon Hell on fire and come join the group. Join our new group, which was Lolicon Underground at the time, I think? I can't remember. After that, we realized that Jesus did not run that group, so we went back to Henrik's group, Lolicon Hell 2.0, where we decided to make that our home. Now, the end of all of this. I got a recent private message from Juzo. I think it was yesterday, or 2 days ago. No, I think it was yesterday. I can't remember. Saying that he was sorry about betraying us. Though it was more he threw Jesus and Henrik under the bus. He kind of just left me in the dark. If I didn't ban Cristofio from the group, I would have been left as admin of Lolicon Hell. Surprise. Because I wasn't thrown under the bus. Which was the reason I was allowed back into the group. He regrets that. Maybe if he made me a moderator of that group, that might not have happened. No, I'm kidding. It still would have happened. I won't throw up Juzo's messages to me for reasons that is only to be between us admins. Meaning me, Henrik, Juzo, not Juzo. Me, Henrik, Jesus, and, yeah. Through that conversation, I finally realized something. The whole reason that Juzo probably did all this. I'm not sure why, but it seemed like he did not like Henrik at all. And Jesus was in the same boat, apparently. He apparently did this entire elaborate scheme to kill two birds with one stone. He wanted to be the leader of the group and wanted Henrik and Jesus out of the group. He did successfully do that, but then he got weak and couldn't do shit. Going back to Lolicon Hell, you may be wondering, well, if he was still a moderator of the group, then how the hell did he go to shit? Well, because he has no backbone at all. He likes to say that he has a backbone or can do things on his own, but he really can't. he abandoned the group shortly after Christofio was zucked by Facebook. So yeah, what a little bitch. My nameless account that I will not say for security reasons for that account, the other admins do know my alternate account, but no one else here does. Unless they are friends of mine and I trust them. This account is still in Lolicon Hell to report back to Henrik and Jesus about what is going on in the group. I have also infiltrated the new Lolicon Hell account. Not account. The new Lolicon Hell group made by Christopher Korcher. Still has the same logo and all that fun stuff. But they only have like 250 members. So, it looks like they weren't very popular. Rip them. There's not really much else to say here, besides I have redeemed myself from traitor position, and there's not really much else to say. Together as one, Lolicon Hell 2.0. I'm proud to serve you all as moderator or admin, it doesn't really matter to me. In fact, I never really cared too much about having admin position. I was completely fine with moderator. The only difference between the two is one can edit group settings, which, cool. I don't really care about that. But now I have gone way past the time that I wanted to get this conversation done with. So, together as one, Lolicon Hell 2.0. Moderator Justin Peel, over and out.